What is going on, everybody? Tyler Beck again to bring you LBS response to episode number 40. And yeah, we're finally there, guys. It's been these episodes have been flowing really well. Every week or so I film them. Maybe every 5 days or so. I'm filming them, and then they're published every Wednesday. And yeah, the series is doing really well. I'm glad that you guys enjoy this. A steady 300 to 600 of you enjoy this series. A lot of engagement. And again, I really do like sitting down here every week. Answering your guys' questions. It's always been something I've loved to do, and now I'm happy I can make it, a regular series, and chit chat with you guys and answer your questions. And yeah, so if you guys have not already checked out the giveaway winner from a couple days ago, go and check that out. Then also I've got the new giveaway in that same video. Definitely go give that a check out as well if you guys want to get some free Lego. But yeah, guys, let's get into it, guys. Let's start off with CC5052 Bly. Who's your favorite clone? For me, Commander Bly. I think you can tell. Favorite clone, Captain Rex. I think I've gone over that, but Captain Rex is my favorite clone. Misproduction says, if you had to remove the Ahsoka arc, the middle arc, with an unfinished arc or episodes, which arc/episodes would it be? That's a toss-up. I'd either want to do, of course, I really wanted to see Son of Dathomir in television form, or in animated form. That would be incredible. But, the same thing I kind of have to do with the Bad Batch. The fact that we already saw, the Bad Batch, cinematics, and technically we saw Son of Dathomir in full in the comic series. So to do something brand new, either Dark Disciple, I think would be something very interesting to see, kind of brand new. But again, it was in a book, so it wouldn't technically be 100% new, but it would have any sort of visuals, I guess it would be. But probably the Bad Batch on Kashyyyk. I think that would be probably the one I'd be most interested in. Either that one or the Cad Bane Boba Fett arc, but either of those, pretty much anything that we just have not seen anything of yet. Aside for a couple clips, I think would be really cool to see. Then we have our Malstar 100, a very good friend of the channel. I met him up in a Walmart. He ran into me one time. We met up, talked for a little bit. Very awesome guy. Definitely go check him out. His channel's been blowing up lately. He's been getting dozens of subs a day, 600 in the past month or something like that. So big shout out to him. So definitely go check him out. He says, when do you think it's a good time to start a Q&A series like this on the channel? I know a lot of people in the community have been doing these. Thinking about seeing if there's gonna be enough engagement. I'd start it, man, honestly. You know what I mean? It doesn't hurt to just do one episode of it, and just kind of know where your limits are, or your kind of your view ratio. I know you've got maybe 1,200 subs, I think, right now, or 1,300, aaround there. So I'd say as long as the first episode gets 100 views, 150 views, if not even more, I'd definitely say continue with it. Even at that point, maybe you don't make them 10 minutes, make them 2, 3, 4 minutes, something like that. Answer 5 questions, as many questions as you have, and just keep at it. These first couple episodes of this series did absolutely awful. If you look back at it, mine were getting 100 views, 150 views, maybe 200 views, on a good day. But of course now there's just a lot more people that enjoy these. Of course I've gotten 2,000 more subs in the past 3 months, so that helps. But I would really just say start it, man. It doesn't hurt anything. And again, just maybe don't make them as long. Maybe do them every other week or something like that. And I think you'll do just fine, man. Again, your channel's doing really well, so I think really anything you put out, would be doing exceedingly well, for your channel. So there's pretty much an answer to that. And same with anybody, anybody that wants to do any sort of video or content, just start it. There's nothing it can really do to hurt, unless if it's a content idea that costs you $200 and you don't necessarily have that money to just spend. But if it's something free like a Q&A, and just start it up, it doesn't cost anything other than 10 minutes of your time. I'd definitely just do it now, rather than later. So there's pretty much the answer to that. Moving on to Brick Blast Production says, what do you think on people commenting first? I don't mind it. I've come to just kind of realize, at the end of the day, it's just another piece of engagement, another comment on the video, which of course helps push the video out a little bit farther for what it's worth. And I think it's all whatever at the end of the day. And then he says, also, what is your worst experience with Lego.com? I really haven't had a bad Lego.com experience. All my orders come in relatively quick. I'm only at 2 hours or an hour and a half away from their shipping center. So I tend to get all my shop at home orders within 3 days. So I've never really had a bad issue. Everything's always come in good condition. I've always got all the promos I should have, VIP points. I've never actually had to like contact them or do anything involving an order. But so there's the answer to that. Let's move on to the next question, guys. We have Luke Turpin says, I currently have $85 to spend on Lego. Which Star Wars set should I buy or save up for in the near future? Definitely if you have $85 right now, I think really the only sets on the market right now that are worth your money at like kind of like a retail price would maybe be the Mandalorian ATST. I think that's pretty much the only one on the market that's worth it. If you want to maybe spend just 20 of your bucks, I do recommend the Duel on Mustafar. I think it's a pretty cool set. The Mandalorian Battle Pack as well. But for a whole $85, I mean, there's really nothing on the market or on sale anywhere right now that I recommend. I would definitely just probably save up your money, man. At the end of the day, if you have $85 spent on Lego, and there's nothing that like you can really see yourself buying right now. If you're asking other people opinions and like you're just not really sure what you want, I would definitely save up your money and whether or not you end up getting like a big $200 set one day, or you go and spend $200 on a big haul. I think you're gonna much more rather, if you're not really urging to spend that $85 right now, I'd definitely wait a little bit, and I think you're probably gonna enjoy what you buy a lot more than you would now. So there's my answer to that. Let's move on to Big Mr. T. Says, what sets have you opened and built that you wish you had kept sealed? I don't really have any regrets. I mean, a couple of them, I guess, like, of course, sets from like 10 years ago, maybe a 2013 Republic gunship, and maybe the Republic frigate, like stuff like that just has a bunch of like markup. I probably, honestly, I'm going to say this right here, just from a whole monetary standpoint, the Ghost from Rebels. I'm glad I have it built, but, that set goes for like $450 right now sealed. Of course, I probably paid maybe $60 for it, so very big return on investment. So I think that's probably the one answer to that. Other than that, I pretty much build what I like. I mean, I've got a huge backlog of sets that are sealed that I'm never going to build. There's just no point of that. Like, why do I need a Black Widow Brickheads built? I just don't. So all the stuff, I mean, I'm keeping sealed. I mean, I've got probably close to 100, if not 200 sets on this shelf right here, all sealed. And most of the sets I do want to build. If I don't get them on sale, if it's a retired set, I just go and buy it used. That's just my opinion on that. Just most economic, for me. And there's that. And then let's move on to level 6 Laser Lotus. Says, what figs do you think and hope come with the upcoming AAT? There's a very good mock-up by Toxic Tiger _11 on Instagram. I'll throw that up right now. I think that's pretty much my ideal AAT at the moment. So there's pretty much that, guys. So moving on to Seb the Great, favorite clone the CAC makes, favorite clone in Jedi in general. Rex and Anakin for the second part of that, and favorite clone the CAC makes. Probably ARC Trooper Jesse at the moment. One of those that I really still want that's on my list, but they've been out of stock for like 2 weeks, but probably ARC Jesse. Lego Stop Motion Production says, what is your favorite Star Wars movie? Revenge of the Sith. It's always been and probably always will be. Then we have The Shining Dark Ride. What would you do? What would you be doing on your Lego, or what would you be doing on your YouTube channel if Lego never existed? That's really tough. I mean, probably Funko Pop stuff, maybe Pokemon card stuff, pretty much everything that's on my second channel, I'd probably just move to like my main channel, or maybe some stuff involving cars. Other than that, I'm not sure. I mean, maybe nothing, which that's kind of weird to think about, but probably Funko Pop stuff if I had to say anything. Then we have Zarts. Do you prefer the Empire or the Republic, and why? Republic, I just like the prequel era more. I like all the characters more. I like, Anakin, Rex, all the clones. Everything about the prequels I just like a whole lot more than other stuff. Matteo Han says, favorite 3 non-Star Wars movies. That's tough, guys. I'm going to go through a big list currently. I'm going to say the Dark Knight trilogy, the Maze Runner trilogy, Ready Player One, The Darkest Minds, It 1 and It 2. What else is there? I mean, there's a lot of, all the Marvel movies, of course. There's a couple other ones. Well, I mean, some Disney movies, but probably my top 3. I mean, pretty much what I just listed there. I gotta say, 2018 for me was a very good movie year. I think I've gone over this a little bit. 2018, I saw a lot of movies that year, and I loved them all. Other than that, though, I mean, I do enjoy quite a lot of movies that aren't Star Wars. I mean, not necessarily like I've never gotten into like Harry Potter, Lord of the Rings, Pirates of the Caribbean, Indiana Jones. Like I've never gotten into any of that stuff. But there's a lot of one-off movies that I really do enjoy. Quite a few Netflix movies as well. Looking back, that I really enjoy. But you know, probably too many to mention with that. Then we have. Let's see, guys. Crystal Bricks, thanks for answering my question. What's your favorite product from CAC? Overall product, I gotta say those mystery bags. I think they're just the most fun, and you know, you guys seem to like them as well. I mean, the videos do thousands of views, so thank you guys all for that. But that's probably my favorite product from them overall. And then let's see, guys, moving on to the last one, we have anonymous backstabber. Do you think LEGO will make Rey's golden lightsaber as in trend yellow bit? Probably at some point, I'd assume so. The next set Rey's in, I'd assume she would have her yellow lightsaber, but that's just an assumption, I guess. But yeah, guys, moving on to, actually, no, that was all the questions. Never mind. Yeah, that was episode 40, guys. So, again, I'm sorry in some of these videos if I don't seem as up or I stutter over words a lot. I tend to film these really late at night. It's kind of like one of those videos after I'm done editing and packing up orders, you know, that I can kind of just come over here, you know, film a Q&A video, you know, relax for 10 minutes and then just kind of go up to head to bed. So I apologize for that. I know the first couple episodes I weren't like that, but lately it's kind of been the trend for that, but I'll try to get out of it. And again, moving on to this summer, you know, I've got a whole lot of, you know, plans I want to do, you know, involving just better production quality, you know, buying better production, you know, stuff like even a camera and just really changing everything up. I mean, I know it is definitely time for my channel to make that jump to the next level. And, you know, I want it to be, you know, again, sooner rather than later. But with all this quarantine stuff, you know, just other, you know, financial things with me, I mean, it's not as easy right now as I would hope it would be. But pretty soon here, again, with no ties down to anything, you know, hopefully between myself, my dad helping me a little bit, and just in general, you know, we can definitely get everything going here. That would be really nice. But yeah, other than that though, guys, that's everything for episode 40. I'll leave your questions down below for next week. I'll thank you guys all for watching. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Stay tuned for more. See you guys later. Bye, guys. Stay safe. If you want to save 5% off on your next LEGO purchase, be sure to use code LIFEBRICK. That's capital L-I-F-E BRICK. At republicbricks.com for 5% off your next order. It'll pretty much pay for your shipping or get you a couple dollars off. They sell old LEGO minifigures, sets, mystery boxes, and more. I've got a couple of videos on my channel showing the products, so be sure to use code LIFEBRICK on your next order for 5%.